Welcome. Love them knives. LTK here. And I'm here to talk you down. Yeah, just listen to me and you'll make it home safe. Oh yeah, we're talking about knives. Never mind. Thought you were in a private aircraft with no landing gear. And talk about the LGM, which by the way, this video is a retake on a video I never published because I couldn't say LGM. Oh my, it's getting worse. Problem is, it won't be too long and I'll be drooling in a strapped to a wheelchair in a nursing home somewhere. So let's just hope that takes a little longer to arrive. Because, I did my video, I looked at it, and I'm gone GML, everything but LGM. Couldn't say LGM. I said SMG. I said OMG, whatever. Oh my God, I can't say LGM. This is the LGM. It's Kizer's fault for naming it that because they should have known I couldn't remember those three letters in that exact order. It's a big knife, though. It's a good knife. It's kind of interesting. It reminds me a little bit, and I know that in a certain way, of my Fox knife. And I should have pulled that out of the drawer, put it out here, because, God, it's a beautiful knife. Fox Knives makes a knife called the Desert Fox. Crazy. They're so creative in that naming knives. In any case, but it's a blue anodized titanium, and it has a damasteel blade. But what reminds me is that it doesn't have thumb studs or a flipper tab or anything either. It has just this mild little cutout like this, and that's it. So you have to learn how to, flip it open with just making contact with this little cutout, which it does. It opens just fine that way. And if I can get a little, there you go, almost. But yeah, it's pretty easy. It's like a bronze bushings, and they get easier and easier. And, this is, of course, the emergency way to open this knife like that. Titanium, and it's got these blue accents, and it's kind of a contoured handle in that respect because, you've got these machined lines here, front, back, and along the spine. It's blue as well. So all the way down through here. Interesting look. I thought it was interesting, so I got it. Plus, I think it was on sale at the time. It's like, what's the price? I love it. And the next question is, what's the price? Because I've got champagne taste and a beer budget. So this one was beer price and champagne looks. So shall we try it one more time? There you go. Don't forget I did that because that will, that'll be the one time. In any case, so yeah, you can middle finger flick it. You can do this as well, but it really opens. It's really smooth. It's really badass. This is the Tanto from hell, is it not? And, it would be the sharpening experience from hell for me. Unless, what I need to do on my KME system, fixed system clamps in. But, you can't do the diamond stones like that because you got this recurve. So and they sell a rod that's like a triangular type rod that's partially curved or whatever. You can do the recurve sharpening, and I need to get that. It's only a lousy $20 or something, and I ought to just break down and get one just so I have it with my system. Although this will probably go on my next knife sale, so I can avoid ever having to sharpen it. Because I can't keep every knife I review. But I just thought this was really cool, and it is. The action's really good, and I know if you got to have a flipper, this is not for you. And if you don't like tantos, it's not for you. And if you don't like coated blades, it's not for you. And if you don't like tip down carry, it's not for you. And in so many ways, it could not be for you. But I don't care about tip down. I don't prefer coated blades, but with this knife, it's got to be a coated blade. It really needs that. It needs that. I just try and imagine a silver blade. Nah. It's got to be a coated blade. It's got to be a darker blade. And then you've got these holes, which is really cool, and you got this little cutout. And then I did something to mess with the coating somehow, or I didn't wipe it down very well, one or the other. So on this blade, I don't know. Yeah, I did. I shot some Windex on here to refresh this because this was fading bad, this anode part, because the finger oils and stuff will do it. And so then I don't know what I did. See, there's still some, I don't know, whatever, that I must have. LGM, please God, let me forget, remember that. It's S35VN steel, okay? And there's your model number, KI 4433A3. See, that is even more pronounced when you look at it in certain light. I wonder if it didn't come that way. Maybe that's why it was on sale. Well, I don't know. It wasn't a factory second, so I don't know. But I think I may have done that, and I don't know how I did that. In any case, I'm going to quit obsessing. Yeah, it's centered. It's going to be on sale, on my table sale. Oh my God. Can you get that? Yes, you can. And it's sharp. Hold on, let's get a piece of paper. It's relatively sharp. It doesn't come in a big fancy box because it's not like a Bladesmith edition knife. And I wrote LGM. I mean, I am seriously losing it. I called it an SMG. I'm going, hold on, this is not a Strider. Oh my God. KI 4433. Just saying. In any case, not an overly fancy box or anything. A little bit of paperwork and the plastic sleeve that comes in. But I like it. It's a good size knife though. Good size knife. Almost 9 inches. 4-inch blade. Right there. That's 4 inches. It's just a little over 10 centimeters or 100 millimeters. And it's almost kicking 9 inches right in the butt, you know. Just a 30-second off, maybe. So that's not bad. And let's see what we do in millimeters. 22 and a half and almost 23 centimeters. I almost said millimeters, didn't I? I'm fading fast, boys. Better start taking the Alzheimer's meds. Okay, so here we go. The blade stock on there, it's pretty good. 0.148 of an inch, so that's almost 3.8 millimeter blade stock. Not quite 4. Not quite 4, but that's still pretty good. Let's see what we got for, the handle thickness. 12.8 millimeters, so half inch. There you go. And you got the blue anode. So if you like the blue anode, you like tanto, and you like darker blades, look at this pass-through. How ridiculous is this? I mean, that's like a half inch above the scale on that side. Really easy to disengage this. Really easy to disengage. So that's real easy to operate. I know people love thumb studs and stuff, but you start taking flipper tabs and thumb studs off, and you really clean up the design look of a knife. And, so I'd say there's something to it. Not every knife that I own do I want that to be the way it is, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with, the knife opens and closes very easily. I guess that's kind of where you get down to that point. And you might even have this as a flicker or flipper fidget tool anyhow, because it is really smooth and easy to open and close. So in that regard, yeah, some of my flipper knives kind of become fidget toys as well, which unsettles people at the pub. It's like, why don't you use a spinner or something? That knife is starting to get on my nerves. It's like, well, it's only 9 inches. But I do like the design. Blade HQ, I pulled a page for them. That's not where I got mine, but, I stole mine even cheaper than they sell in theirs. LGM. I think I was calling it LMG. I can't remember. I keep turning it around. In any case, they're blowing them out for $109. Is that a great deal? I don't know. Titanium, framelock, anodized, pimped out, dark blade, Tanto, 9 inches, S35VN. I don't know. Is it worth $100? Yeah, I think so. I think it's worth $100. So there you go. There's your stats on it. Tanto, hollow ground, obviously a gray finish. Right hand, tip down. Yeah, that's all you get on that one. Tip down, you don't get a tip up option, which is a little strange, but maybe it has to do with the overall design. And, your model number again, 4433A3. And there you go. So, yes, it's sharp, it's big, because it's 9 inches long, and it's not an ultralight knife. Not likely to be. So let's see what it weighs. 176 grams. 6.2 ounces. Yeah, it's yeah. That's heavier. That's heavier than some knives. I mean, definitely heavier than this one. And this one, because this is about 120 grams or something like that. See that? It's bigger. Yeah, it's bigger than the grip. Of course, the grip is not a 4-inch blade. So yeah, this is a bigger knife. Get these butts back here. Hold on. Yeah. Definitely bigger than the grip. That's a full-size grip, not a mini grip. Mannix. Yeah, bigger than a Mannix. And if you want to make it look even bigger under this camera, just put it in front. It's like, hold on, I don't need perspective tricks. But that's kind of, so it gives you both ways, There, pivot to pivot, more like that. But you can see kind of what you got. Bigger knife, definitely a heavier knife. I mean, 6.2 ounces, 2.8. So, much different, much different. Actually, they're probably about the same price. Ooh. Style, I like it. Ease of opening, sharp, good steel. I like the blue. I tend to like this design. I tend not to jump all over Tanto knives, and I tend not to go for coated blades or dark blades, but in this case, I think it really demanded that. I really do. And I like the way they did this sculpted handle here, contours, kind of that brushed industrial metal look here, but then they broke it up. Very geometrical though, if you look at this. You'd think this is jimping that could work for you, but it will not work for you. It's on strike. It's not going to work. Actually, good luck contacting that. you don't feel it because it's below the top. It's down in here. So you can feel it here. You're not feeling it up here, folks. Okay? This back here, same way. It's more of a stylistic cue, I guess. Kind of break things up and yeah, I think so. I think that's what it's all about. I mean, and then you've got these standoffs, which I found to be kind of curious how they really concentrated these 3 standoffs right here. 1, 2, 3, just like that. I mean, you'd think, throw one here, maybe one here, maybe one just around the corner. But no. Why are they in that particular formation? Don't know. Don't know. It just is what it is. There's your stop pin up here for your blade. That looks pretty sturdy. It's held right in there. And then, of course, you've got 2 screws to hold your pocket clip in place. It's not a deep carry, so it's got one of those where you grab it to pull it out of your pocket. Lock up 40%, shall we say? And this is kind of old school because there's not a lock bar insert in here. Okay? There's not. Trust me on that. So, yeah, this is a little bit older school for Kizer. Of course, thank God they didn't do the real old school pivot. This is a sensible pivot. It's shiny, it's nice, it's not overdone, but then again, it's not ridiculous either. And so I think it fits. I have never had a Kizer knife, even without the lock bar insert, ever have any lock stick. Why? That's another unexplained mystery. I don't know, but they don't. I've never had one ever have lock stick. Have I had other knives have lock stick? Yes. Have I had knives that had inserts have lock stick? Yes. But I've never had one of these have lock stick, insert or no. So weird. But they're very smooth. And it's really, really nice in the hand. It feels pretty good from an ergonomic standpoint. Now, you don't have a guard up here or anything because you don't have a flipper tab that comes down. So, yeah, I mean, like any knife that's not a flipper, you do have some exposure to, wanting to use your brain and keep your fingers from sliding forward on the blade. Yeah, don't do that. It would not be a good thing. Now, are you going to hold it like this? This feels comfortable, but I'm way, way back. So here I am, middle finger going in here, probably the best way to hold the knife. And then you got plenty of real estate out here. Reverse grip. Yeah, it really feels better this way. And with my finger closer than sticking it way, way back, although you can do that. So I don't know. I mean, it's just something grip-wise that you're going to have to decide how you want to hold it. It's not one of these knives that just is really intuitive in the way that the grip is done here. You have to kind of work with it enough to know, how you want to hold this knife, because it offers a couple of different positions that can work either way. Just depending if you want to put a little bit more control up here or if you want to lay back and be like this and extend the blade area out, have your hand even further back. It'll work either way. There's enough real estate on the handle. So I don't know. That's something you'd have to decide on your own. But yeah, it's really smooth. It really is. It's spooky smooth. It's really nice. I like it. And of course I like it. We love knives. I don't like every knife, but I like this one. I think it's really a cool design. I like the blue and I like the geometry of the design. And the coated black Tanto blade, and it's not really black, it's like a dark gray. It works. It works with this design. So yeah, I think it's good. 6.2 ounces, a little heavier than your standard EDC, which might run 4.5 to 5.8 something. But that's, you won't notice the difference. Otherwise, yeah, I do like it. I really do. And at a certain price, I'm starting to like most knives. It just depends. Yeah, I know. It all functions, right? If this was $5,000, yeah, nice knife, but no. In any case, hey, thanks for joining me. Yeah, it's a cool knife. Cool knife. Kizer, this is a little bit of their old school stuff, their newer stuff. They all got lock bar inserts. They're changing up some of their pivot looks. And doing a lot of bladesmith stuff with a lot of different designers, which is just a huge long list, from Daryl Ralph to, Cucchiara to Degnan to even Megatherium style, right? It's just, they've got all kinds of things going on, and it's really interesting to see the different designers that are contributing. T&K knives out of the Czech Republic, etc., etc. So Elijah Isham, of course, on the Megatherium. I almost forgot his name. That kind of thing. So it's cool. They're doing some really interesting stuff. Redoing some of their previous models in M390 and doing them in a smaller blade, more EDCable. So that's really cool too. All right, stay with us, folks. You know what we do around here. Yes, we love them knives, so stay sharp.